Hello students, today we'll see miscellaneous exercise on chapter 6, question number 11. A window is in the form of a rectangle surmounted by a semicircular opening. The total perimeter of the window is 10. The total perimeter of the window is 10. Find the dimensions of the window to admit maximum light through the opening. What is given? The perimeter is given as 10 meter. Now there is a constant. Let us take the radius of this semicircle as some x. So the length of the rectangle will be 2x. Radius we take it as x. Breadth of the rectangle we take it as y or 2y. Because we have taken length as 2x, you can take the breadth as 2y. The breadth I am taking it as 2y. So what is the perimeter now? 2x plus 2y plus 2y, 2x plus 2y. So I have taken the breadth as 2y. So 2x plus 2y plus 2y plus the circumference of a semicircle. The perimeter of a semicircle is, what is the circumference of a circle? It is 2 pi r. So semicircle will be 2 pi r by 2, that is pi r. We have taken r as x here. So pi x. So this perimeter is 2x plus 2y plus 2y plus pi x. So that is equal to 2x plus 4y plus pi x is a constant, that is equal to 10 meter. So it is given. Now what we have to find? We have to find the dimensions of the window. What is the condition? Find the dimensions of the window to admit maximum light. Maximum light means, when will you get maximum light? When the area is maximum. Maximize the area. Maximum light, so maximize the area. So what is the area of this rectangle? The area is length into breadth. So that is, we have taken the length as 2x and breadth as 2y. So length into breadth. Area of a circle is pi r square. So a semicircle will be pi r square by 2. So it is pi x square by 2 because we have taken the radius as this. Now maximize the area. That means we have to first differentiate whether to maximize or minimize. First we have to differentiate and then equal to 0 find the critical points. Then second step is we have to derivate the function again, and at the critical point C1, suppose a critical point, we have to prove it is less than 0. Maximize means we have to prove that second derivative at C1 is less than 0. There are two variables here, x and y. So we can change to, so the area is equal to 4xy plus pi x square by 2. So we can change it as y. What is y from here? So 4y is equal to 10 minus 2x minus pi x. So area is equal to x into 4y. 4y is 10 minus 2x minus pi x plus pi x square by 2. So multiply this. So the area is 10x minus 2x square minus pi x square plus pi x square by 2. That is 10x minus 2x square minus 1 by 2 pi x square. This is area. Now differentiate this. So dA by dx is equal to 10 minus 4x minus half pi x square is 2x equal to 0. 10 is equal to 4x plus pi x. So what is x from here? X will be 4 plus pi is 10. So x is equal to 10 by 4 plus pi. D square a by dx square. we have to differentiate this function again, d square a by dx square. So differentiate this again. Differentiation of 10 is 0, minus 4x is minus pi x is minus pi. Minus 4 minus pi is less than 0. X is equal to 10 by 4 plus pi gives maximum area. This gives maximum area. So when x is equal to 10, we have to find y. Y is equal to, what is y? 10 minus 2x minus pi x by 4. Y is equal to 10 minus 2x minus pi x by 4. That is 10 minus 2 into x. X is 10 by 4 plus pi. Minus pi into 10 by 4 plus pi by 4. That is equal to 10 minus 20 by 4 plus pi minus 10 pi by 4 plus pi by 4. That is equal to, take the LCM, so 40 plus 10 pi minus 20 minus 10 pi by this 4. 4 into 4 plus pi. 20 by 4 into 4 plus pi. That is equal to 5 by 4 pi plus 4. So we got x is equal to, what is x? X is equal to 10 by 4 plus pi. Y is equal to 5 by 4 plus pi. So we want the length. So the length is equal to 2x. That is 20 by 4 plus pi. And the breadth we have taken it as 2y. That means 10 by 4 plus pi. So it is the length and breadth. What about the height? What will be the height of this? So we got the breadth as, this is your breadth. Breadth, and what will be the height? The height of this window will be 2y plus x, isn't it? The height also we can find. The height. What is the height of the window? The height of the window is 2y plus x, the radius. That means 10 by 4 plus pi plus x. X is 10 by 4 plus pi. That is question number 12. A point on the hypotenuse of a triangle. A point P. Let us take a point P on the hypotenuse. Consider a right angle triangle. A point P on the hypotenuse of the triangle is at a distance A and B from the sides. So let us take this as A. This is a perpendicular distance. Let us take this as perpendicular distance. That is PM is equal to A. PN is equal to B. That is at a distance A and B from the sides. So these are the two sides. So distance of this point P from the side AC is A. The distance of the point P from the side AB, take it as B. Now we have to prove that the minimum length, the length of the hypotenuse is A power 2 by 3 plus B power 2 by 3 the whole power 3 by 2. And the condition is the length should be a minimum length. So we have to prove that the length is minimum. To find maximum or minimum, the first condition is we have to differentiate the function. So to find the minimum length or maximum length, we have to first find the length and then differentiate. So the length BC is BP plus PC. So BC is BP plus PC. What is BP? Let us take this triangle BNP. What is sine theta? We know this length PN is B, opposite side. So let us find sine theta. Sine theta is opposite side by hypotenuse. So PN by PB, that is equal to PN by BP. So BP is equal to PN by sine theta, that is PN cosecant theta. The same way this triangle, these two angles are equal because they are the corresponding angles, because these two lines are parallel. PM and AB are parallel. So let us find cos theta here because we know only the adjacent side. Cos theta is equal to PM by PC. So cos theta is PM by PC. PM is equal to A by PC. So we need PC. So PC is A by cos theta, that is A secant theta. So BP is Pn cosecant theta. Pn is equal to B. So it is B cosecant theta plus A secant theta. Now minimum length, whether it is maximum or minimum, we have to differentiate. So dl by d theta is B. Cosecant theta is minus cosecant theta cot theta plus A. Secant theta is secant theta tan theta. So differentiate, equate to 0. So cosecant theta you can write as 1 by sine. Cot theta cos by sine. Secant theta is 1 by cos. Tan theta is sine by cos. Minus and minus cancelled. So B cos cube theta is equal to A sine cube theta. So sine cube by cos cube theta is B by A. So tan cube theta is B by A. So tan theta is B by A the whole power 1 by 3. So now we have to find the second differentiation of this. So whether it is maximum or minimum, we have to differentiate, equate to 0 and find the critical points. So we found the critical point as tan theta is equal to B by A the whole power 1 by 3. Now differentiate again, minimum length. If it is a minimum length means you should get d square L by d theta square greater than 0. Let us find whether it is greater than 0. So differentiate this function again, UV method. Cosecant theta, cot theta is minus cosecant square theta plus cot theta into cosecant theta is minus cosecant theta cot theta. So that's what we written here, cosecant theta minus cosecant square plus cot theta into minus cosecant theta cot theta plus A into secant theta into tan theta. Secant theta, tan theta differentiation is secant square theta plus tan theta into secant theta tan theta. So here one minus is there, minus into minus plus, minus into minus plus, plus A secant cube plus A tan square theta secant theta. Now theta is in the first quadrant because it is a right angle triangle, one angle is 90. So the other angles will be less than 90. Because it is less than 90, that means theta is in the first quadrant. Less than 90 means first quadrant. In the first quadrant, all the ratios are positive. So we have all positive here. So d square L by d theta square is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, that means the length is minimum. So we found that the length is minimum. What is the minimum length? So what is L is equal to B cosecant theta, A secant theta. We have to find B cosecant theta plus A secant theta. We found tan theta is B power 1 by 3 by A power 1 by 3. You know tan theta is opposite by adjacent. So this is opposite side and this is the adjacent side. So this hypotenuse will be root of square this plus square this. So B power 2 by 3 plus A power 2 by 3. So what is cosecant theta? Hypotenuse by opposite side. So B root of B power 2 by 3 plus A power 2 by 3 by B power 1 by 3 plus A. What is secant theta? Hypotenuse by adjacent side. So root of B power 2 by 3 plus A by 2 by 3 by A power 2 by 3 by A power 1 by 3. So you can take out the common term and you have B by B power 1 by 3. So subtract 1 minus 1 by 3 will give you 2 by 3. A by A power 1 by 3. Here it is 1. So 1 minus 1 by 3 is A power 2 by 3. This common term is taken out. So this is equal to B power 2 by 3 plus A power 2 by 3 the power half plus 1. Half plus 1 is 3 by 2. Hence we have proved that the length is equal to this. Find the points at which the function f given by f of x is equal to x minus 2 the whole power 4 into x plus 1 the whole power 3 has local maximum, and second one local minimum, and third is point of inflection. So first let us differentiate the function. So f of x is equal to x minus 2 the whole power 4 into x plus 1 the whole power 3 x minus 2 the whole power 4, 3 into x plus 1 the whole square plus x plus 1 the whole cube, 4 into x minus 2 the whole cube. So take out the common term outside. What is common here? X minus 2 the whole power 3 is common. Then x plus 1 the whole square is common. So you get here 3 into x minus 2. 3 into x minus 2 plus 4 into x plus 1. Right? So that is equal to x minus 2 the whole cube, x plus 1 the whole square into 3x minus 6 plus 4x plus 4. That is equal to 7x minus 2. That is x minus 2 the whole cube, x plus 1 the whole square and 7x minus 2 equal to 0. To find the critical points, so draw the number line minus 1, 2 by 7 somewhere here and 2. The interval minus 1, 2, minus 1. Your f dash of x is, find out, take minus 10 and substitute here. So if you take x as minus 10 minus 2 the whole cube is negative. Minus 10 plus 1 the whole square is positive. Minus 10 minus 70 minus 2 is negative. So you get positive. Now in this interval, minus infinity to minus 1. Next interval, minus 1 to 2 by 7. Take x is 0. So 0 minus 2 the whole cube is minus. 0 plus 1 the whole square is plus. 0 will give you minus here. So that means you get plus. So there is no change of sign here. This is also plus. Now next interval, 2 by 7 to 2. Take x is equal to 1. So if you put x is equal to 1, 1 minus 2 the whole cube is minus, 1 plus 1 the whole square is plus, then plus. So plus into minus, minus. So this area it is negative. This interval it is negative. Now take 2 to infinity. Take 2 to infinity. What do you get? Take 10. X is equal to 10. Put x is equal to 10. So what do you get? 10 minus 2 positive, positive, positive. So this interval it is positive. So you get here positive. So from this minus here there is no change of sign. So minus 1, x is equal to minus 1 is the point of inflection. There is no change of sign. X is equal to minus 1 is the point of inflection. At 2 by 7, x is equal to 2 by 7, positive to negative is local maximum. When the slope changes from, when f dash of x changes from positive to negative, it is maximum. And at x is equal to 2, it is local minimum. So x is equal to minus 1 is the point of inflection because there is no change of sign. So x is equal to minus 1, f dash of x, no change of sign. So it is the point of inflection. X is equal to 2 by 7, f dash of x changes from, sign changes from plus to minus, from positive to negative. Therefore local maximum. And x is equal to 2, f dash of x changes from negative to positive. Therefore local minimum. Thank you.